Welcome to the 10th class. I think you are passed out from your 9th and moved to the 10th class. So very good news for you all people. So in this 10th class, it's quite different from the 9th class with the topics, alright? And quite this subject, social subject, it's a subject which has a vast definitions, vast we can say explanations. So I believe that whatever I teach, it may be a greater use for you all in this particular time period. So let us again welcome each and everyone, right, to the 10th class social subject. So today we'll be discussing about the first topic, India relief features. So before we go into this elaboration of the topic, what is actually the meaning of the topic here, India? How it got its name? Who has given the name, right, India? That is we'll discuss first. So, how did India got its name? Right? How our country got its name, India? So, India is derived from the river Sindhu or Indus. So everyone knows about this name, Sindhu or river Indus. But how did it got its name? As people were living, people who were living in this Indus region were called Indoi. They were called as Indoi by the Greeks. So people who were living in this Indus region were called Indo by the Greeks. Now who are these Greeks? Right? So these Greeks, they used to have trade with the people who were living in the Indus region. So they started calling these people as Indoi. They started calling these people as Indoi. Later, the Britishers named as India. So as we all know, who were these Britishers? These Britishers ruled our country for 200 years. So they named Indoi as India. I hope that everyone has come to know how we got the name India. Okay, now let us go for the next topic, that is relief feature. Means what is the meaning of relief feature? So what is relief? This word, you got explanation, might be in the 6th class, the 7th class, in the 8th class and the 9th class also. But we'll try to recollect it again. So what is relief? Relief is the high and low areas on the surface of the earth. So what is relief? Relief is the high and low areas on the surface of the earth. Example, we can say mountains, hills, plateaus, etc. So these are the examples of the relief. Mountains, hills, plateaus, etc. So about this all, we'll be discussing in an elaborate way as we continue through the lesson. Okay, so now okay, you have got the meaning of the lesson, right? Now let us ask a few questions. For example, if you take our country, which is called as India, right, it is also called as a subcontinent. Why? Because it has a vast relief feature which a continent also has, such as mountains, plains, plateaus, desert, rivers, plains, islands, etc., etc. That is why it is called as a subcontinent. Okay, now for example, if I ask you one question, which particular two places you want to go in India? So you may choose a few particular places, such as you may say Ooty, some may say I want to go to Simla, some may say I want to go to Delhi, right? So you may choose these two places. Why you have chosen Ooty? What is the reason? Why you have chosen Delhi? What is the reason? So you can write it. You can write it in your books also. Why you have chosen, right, these particular places to go, right, in a particular season. What is the reason? You can write. For example, if you ask me which place you want to go, I may say I want to go to a particular historical place, such as Delhi. Delhi is a historical place. Why? Because Delhi has been ruled by so many particular rulers. There are so many particular monuments are there, beautiful places to visit. So I can choose Delhi as one place. So like that you can choose any two places and you can write it in your running notes. Second question, if I ask you, right, in which particular place you are living now? In which particular state you are living now? The answer may be yes, Telangana. So everyone is living in Telangana. Myself, I am living in Telangana, right? But what do you know about the Telangana? What is the physical feature or relief feature of Telangana, right? So what is the relief of Telangana, right? So I have given this question, what is the relief of Telangana? So the answer, right, answer is Telangana is in Deccan Plateau. Telangana is in Deccan Plateau. So what is the relief of Telangana? So Telangana is located in the Deccan Plateau region. So you got this answer also. Wow, right? So we have come to know about the meaning of how we got the name India. We have come to know about what is the meaning of relief feature, what are the different relief features do we have, and next we have come to know about where is Telangana located, right? So not this, but we'll try to learn few more things, right? Where exactly is India located? What are the physical features? So what are we going to learn next? In the topic, we are going to learn from this lesson, we will learn, where is India located? Physical features of India. This we'll try to learn in the next particular topic. Yeah. So earlier we discussed just now we have discussed about where is Telangana located and what are we going to learn. One is location of India in the world map, and secondly is the physical or the relief features of India. So first we'll discuss about where is India located on a world map. So we can say location of India on the world map. So there is a question is given on the page number 2. If you look at the question, right, the lines of latitude and longitude are used accurately specifying location of any place or region. So on the atlas map, correct the following statement. Is asking, correct the following statement. What is statement is given? India is very extensive country. India is very extensive country and lies totally in the southern hemisphere of the globe. The country mainland lies between 8 degrees north and 50 degrees north longitude and 68 degrees south and 9 degrees east longitude. Okay, so let us draw a globe over here. So it says 8 degrees and 50 degrees longitude, it says. So this is a globe, right? So everyone knows a globe. So this is 0 degrees. 0 degrees is called as equator. Is called as equator. So now we are proving that whether the question what is given in the textbook, is it right or wrong? Okay. So this is 0 degrees equator, and the question says 8 degrees north and 50 degrees not longitude. So is it right? No, absolutely that is a wrong answer. India is located between 8 degrees 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north. So where is India located? 1. India is located, right, between 8 degrees 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude. So India is located between 8 degrees 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude. And what about the longitude? So let us draw the longitude. So this is a 0 degrees longitude. This is a 0 degrees longitude, what is called also as Greenwich meridian. Greenwich meridian. Okay, Greenwich meridian. Okay, now we got the latitude, we have to get the longitude also. Now in which particular longitude it is located? So India is located, right? So it is located between 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. Okay, all right. So India is located between 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. So I think everyone has got the right answer over here. So India is located in the northeastern hemisphere. Where is India located? Northeastern hemisphere. So where is India located? India is located in northeast hemisphere. So this is north this is south, this is east, and this is west. So India is located in north-east hemisphere. So hope you have understood this question also. Okay, so let us go for the next question. The next question is, why people call India as a peninsula? The next question after the location is, why do we use the term Indian peninsula? Now, you know what is India? India is a country. Now, what is a peninsula? Peninsula means a land surrounded by water on three sides. Okay, so India is the landmass. So this is India, right? India, and this is a water body which is surrounding the landmass. So India is surrounded by water on the three sides. That is why it is called as a peninsula, right? India is surrounded by water on three sides. That is why it is called as a Indian peninsula. Okay, right? So now we got the answer. I will write the answer on the board. You can copy down if you want, right? India is surrounded by water on three sides. That is why it is called Indian peninsula. Example, on the east we have Bay of Bengal. On the west we have Arabian Sea. To the south of India we have Indian Ocean. So these are three water bodies which are surrounding India. That's why it is called as a Indian peninsula. Okay, so for a few more examples, if you take in the world also, Italy is there, which is also called as a peninsula. Why? Because it is surrounded by water on the three sides. So you can take as an example, Italy, also called as a peninsula. Okay, so let's go for the next question. The next question. So what is a Indian peninsula? We have discussed. Now next topic we're going to discuss about what is the relief of Telangana and where it is located, or what is the latitudes and longitudes of Telangana region. So location of Telangana. Location of Telangana on a world map, or you can say, or in India map. Okay, or a globe. Telangana is located, right? Telangana is located, right, 15 degrees 5 minutes north to 19 degrees 5 minutes north. Latitude. Telangana is located 15 degrees 5 minutes north to 19 degrees 5 minutes north latitude and 77 degrees 5 minutes east longitude to 80 degrees 4 minutes east longitude. Location of Telangana on a map. Telangana is located 15 degrees 5 minutes north to 19 degrees 5 minutes north latitude and 77 degrees 5 minutes east longitude to 80 degrees 4 minutes east longitude. So this is a location of Telangana. If I talk about a question, if India is located in Arctic region, if India is located in Arctic region, so what type of feeling you might be having about this region? So that is another question I'm asking you. If you think about that you are living in a Arctic region, what situation you will be? Will you be able to adopt that conditions or not? So think and write about that in your own sentences. So few more questions on your page number 2 of the textbook. Using the scale given in your atlas, estimate the length of coastline of Gujarat and Odisha. So what is the coastline of Gujarat and Odisha? Now what do you mean the coastline? Now if I draw over here, now this is Gujarat, right? So the coastline of Gujarat, right? The coastline of Gujarat. So what is the total length of the coastline of Gujarat? So Gujarat coastline is 1214 kilometers and Odisha coastline is 550 kilometers. So the coastline of Gujarat is 1214 kilometers, whereas the coastline of Odisha is 550 kilometers. So with this we can understand that Gujarat has the largest coastline, and whereas Odisha has the smallest coastline in India. Next question. Again it's asking, using the scale, find out the total land boundary that India and Nepal share. The land boundary is asking. It's not asking the coastline, but it's asking the land boundary what India and Nepal share. So you all know where is Nepal. It's located on the northern part of India. So the total land boundary that India and Nepal share is 1751 kilometers. 1751 kilometers. The total land boundary that India and Nepal share is 1751 kilometers. But there are other countries also are there. Example like Bangladesh is there, China is there, Pakistan is there, Bhutan is there, Myanmar is there. So these all the countries also share the land boundary with India. So which particular country has a largest land boundary share with India? The country that shares largest boundary with India is Bangladesh, right? That is 4,096 kilometers. If you look at the map, the Bangladesh looks very small. Why? Because the boundary is completely crumbled, right? If you have seen some noodles, right, they look crumbled. But if you stretch them straight, right, the length of the particular noodle will be very long, right? So same way, if you talk about Bangladesh also, Bangladesh, right? If I draw, if you can see here, now this is Bangladesh, right? This is Bangladesh. I'm drawing here. This is Bangladesh, right? So if you look at this Bangladesh, it's completely like lot of curves are there on that, okay? But if you stretch them straight, the total length will be 4,096 kilometers. Means Bangladesh shares the longest, we can say, longest land boundary with India. Next comes our China. After that comes Pakistan, then Myanmar, then last comes Bhutan with the smallest land boundary with India. Okay, so we have discussed about this. Now next we'll go for the geographic features of India. So when you talk about the geographical features, India has a diverse form of climatic conditions, and because of this diverse form of climatic conditions, various types of crops are grown from north to the south of India. There are so many types of crops we have learned in the 6th chapter of the 9th lesson, right? We can say paddy is grown, wheat is grown, maize is grown, right? Jowar, bajra, ragi, then we have sugar. So many particular different type of crops are grown. Why? It is because of the diverse right, climatic condition that we have. And not in that, India has a longest coastline also, and because of this coastline, it is very helpful for fishing and trading also, right? And as we all have studied in the 9th class or in the 8th class, where many of the European countries they have come to India for trading, because India had a vast particular you can say crops or spices, etc., etc. So we'll discuss about the next topic, that is the relief feature of India. So if you look at this map on the page number 3, right, you can see that the few things are given, that is the distance from north to south and from east to west. The distance has been mentioned here. So if we look at the distance from north to south, it is 3,214 kilometers, and whereas from east to west it is 2,933 kilometers, right? So that is the distance from north to south and east to west. And when we discuss about the location of India, the location of India on the globe, it says clearly 8 degrees 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude, 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitude to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. So where is the latitude and longitude? Latitudes are horizontal lines, whereas longitudes are vertical lines. Latitudes are horizontal lines, and whereas longitudes are vertical lines. So 37 degrees 4 minutes north latitude to 8 degrees 4 minutes north latitude. Now why I did not mention to the tip of the Indian landmass. Why I mentioned here in the island of Andaman Nicobar? There is a reason is there. Why? Because these islands also belong to the Indian country, or they are part of India. They are the part of the Indian Union. So 8 degrees 4 minutes, from where it starts, right? From the southern part, the southernmost part of the Indian island, that is Andaman and Nicobar. So what is the southernmost part here? The southernmost part of India is the Indira point. The Indira point. What is the specialty of this Indira point? How did it get its name? This Indira, this island, the southernmost part of the Nicobar Island, got its name from the former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. But it was submerged in the year 2004 tsunami. Right? So this island got submerged in the tsunami of 2004. So that is the speciality of Indira Point, we can say. Okay, so then now latitudes are over. Then what about the longitudes? Yes, it is located between the longitudes of 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude, right? 68 degrees 7 minutes east longitude to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitude. Now I think you have understood completely about the location, but there is one more particular question is there. What is that? How do we know the time in India? What do we use to know the time in India? What particular longitude do we measure throughout the country? So there is a particular longitude is taken as a standard time in India. And what is that longitude? The longitude is 82.5 degrees 30 minutes, or 82 degrees 30 minutes east longitude is chosen as a Indian standard time. You can look at here, I'm drawing here, so with this you'll be able to draw it in your textbook also. Alright, it is passing just near to the east of Sri Lanka here, and here is Allahabad. It passes through Allahabad in India. Okay, so this is 82 degrees 30 minutes east longitude is taken as a Indian standard time. Indian standard time. So by this particular standard time, right, we calculate the whole time in India. So wherever you go, the time will be same. There was one question in the 9th class, right? If all the states have their own standard time, what will happen? This was a question given there. 4th or 5th question was there. So if all the states have their own standard time, what will happen? Confusion will be there. Many road accidents, train accidents, air accidents may take place. That is why we follow only one particular standard time, that is 82.5 degrees east longitude. Okay, now one more question on the page number 2, that is, which of these data are the sunrise and sunset timings? There's a particular table is given, if you look at there, right, where it says that location, he has given the date here, location and location, he has given there. Okay, so if you look at date 5th January, sunrise 5:59, okay, sunset 1637, again sunrise and sunset is given there. Okay, so 7:20, sunset it is given 18:05. So the question here is asking which of these datas are sunrise and sunset timings of Ahmedabad and Imphal. Ahmedabad and Imphal. In these both, which timing represents Ahmedabad and which particular timing represents Imphal, whether this or this. So let us understand. Now where is Imphal? Where is Ahmedabad? Right. So here is Ahmedabad. Here is Ahmedabad and where is here is Imphal. Okay, so now sorry. Okay, so Imphal here. So he's asking which data represents this. So as we see that Imphal is on the east and whereas Ahmedabad is on the west. So the question given here is which data represents Ahmedabad and Imphal. So you can see this, the first sun rises at 5:59. So first, as you all know that from where the sun rises first, on the east. So where is the first sunrise on the east, that is Imphal. So Imphal is on the east. So the sun rises first in Imphal, right, than in Ahmedabad. So 5:59 first sun rises in Imphal. 7:20 the sun rises in Ahmedabad. So there is a time of 2 hours of difference is there, but we follow the same time. If it is 5 o'clock in the morning here in Imphal means we also say 5 o'clock here in the morning in Ahmedabad. Why so? Because we are following the same standard time throughout our country. So to avoid the confusion, we follow the same time throughout the country. Now why there is a difference of here is because the sun is rotating from west to east direction, right, and because of that there is a time gap of 2 hours is given. The next topic is geological background. How this Indian landmass were formed, that is peninsular plateau or the great Himalayan rivers or Himalayas, the coastal plains, how they were formed. If you go back to 9th class, in the first lesson where we discussed that the world was a large landmass, but due to the internal process, that is due to the movements of the plates, this particular large landmass was divided into 2 pieces, that is land of Angara and Gondwana. These particular land masses, what we call as the land of Angara and Gondwana, they were formed due to the erosion, withering, transportation. Because of this particular process, these particular landforms were formed. Then how come we are talking about this topic? Yes, there is a link about this topic to our landform also, that is Indian landforms. Today we have the greater Himalayas, we have the Indo-Gangetic plains, we have the peninsular plateaus. All these are related to this particular giant land masses called as land of Angara and Gondwana. So where was then Indian Peninsula? Indian Peninsula was a part of the Gondwana. So this Gondwana land around 200 million years ago, around, or you can say over 200 million years ago, Gondwana land split it into pieces, right? It got into pieces. The Gondwana land got into pieces. Then what about the Indian peninsula? This Indian peninsula started, right, moving towards the northwest. Now where was actually the Gondwana? So if we take this as world, this is land of Angara, and this particular part was Gondwana land. Gondwana land. So these two particular started to divide, means this Gondwana land started splitting, and because of this what happened, slowly the Indian landmass started moving, the peninsula, right? The peninsula started moving toward the northeast direction, and when it started moving toward the northeast direction, it went and collided with the land of Angara. It went and collided with the land of Angara, and because of this collision there was a compression, there was a force, and because of the compression and force, what happened, the soil, or we can say because of compression, what was present inside the landmass, it has evolved on the outer surface, forming the Himalayan mountains. So because of this collision of the Indian peninsula and the land of Angara, the Himalayas were formed. So Himalayas were formed due to the compression of land of Angara and the Indian peninsula. So in that way Himalayas were formed, and that is why Himalayas are also called as youngest fold mountains of the world. They are called youngest fold mountains of the world. So this happened when around 200 million years ago this has happened. Okay, then what about the other landforms, such as there were so many Himalayan rivers also are there, how they were formed? Okay, so when this collision has taken place, so what happened was that the northern plateaus corners started breaking. It started breaking. Okay, then what happened? So from there they started to form basins. Like these basins were formed, and these basins were filled by the waters which were coming from the Himalayas, and these basins were filled. By the waters of the Himalayas, and this led to the formation of the greatest rivers, that is Brahmaputra, Indus, Ganga, etc. So in this way the Himalayan rivers also were formed, right? And when talk about the peninsular plateau, this peninsular plateau was formed long years back, that is 600 million years ago. This peninsular plateau was formed, and this particular peninsular plateau was formed due to the erosion of we can say the volcanic eruptions, and because of that this particular peninsular plateau were formed, and this peninsular plateau has a black soil, and that's why it is called as a peninsular plateau.